Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Well, this is a video of basically the review of last year, and I did pretty lot last year. I just decided to obviously look at my videos and write down what I did, and yeah, it was really busy year for Richkingretro. Like, thanks to all the likes and subscribers, you know, bigging them all up. Yeah, what a fantastic year I've had. 2014. I don't think I'll be able to basically top it off. My main aim at the beginning of the year was to go to as many events as possible. I moved house, so it was like sort of a whole full year of living in my flat. And pickups wise, I thought I'm not gonna have much money to spend on pickups, but also because I filled up all my games room, there wasn't much room. But I've also got so much that I don't need to keep on buying multiple copies like I did in the past. Yeah, so my main aim was to try and keep my channel alive all year. Go to many events as possible, meet as many YouTubers, people on Twitter, just like be out there in the community, because you know, retro gaming collecting is not just about collecting games, but it's also about I think it's more of a sort of, yeah, it's definitely me and other people as well. Whether you're local, far away, it's just, yeah, it's more of a retro community gamer I am. So do my best. So last year, the first event was Margate. It was Geek 2014. I'm not going this year, but yeah, it was held in Margate. I think it's the Winter Gardens, and I did my normal, you know, retro road trip from Cornwall to Margate. It's about 5 or 6 hour drive, and I always break it up when I go on my journeys. So yeah, I stopped off in Exeter, found a new retro game shop called Critical Mass. Really good guy actually, really good guy Ross. Yeah, traded some stuff in there, and yeah, I've got some good games. So yeah, there was obviously a video. I also took a video of the actual shop as well. Next was like Yeovil. I had loads of like box PS1s which I've collected over the last few years. I've got absolutely shitloads of them. I've still got about 10 to 15 of them, to be honest. But yeah, but in Yeovil they were giving something like £15 to £20 trading. I think I remember at the time. And I was like, oh, I wish I brought more. But yeah, so I remember going to the shop, and then I had to go back to parking, but it was too late. I got a fucking parking ticket, didn't I? But yeah, it's good. It's a good shop. I think it's called, oh, what was it called? Atomic Games and Collectibles. I think that's what it was called. But yeah, yeah, good shop. Good on trading, but quite expensive on just the normal games. You couldn't do much haggling. I did do a video of the actual shop as well. So you can always check that out. And then next was just on the Margate. On the Margate, yeah. It's not run by the guys from Play Expo, the replay events, but they had some consoles and that there all set up. And I remember just put on Twitter saying, yeah, made it. And I know obviously because I go to a lot of their events, they sort of like know me, I know them. They said, oh, come on down. This was on I think it was Thursday night. Because it's a 3-day event. It's Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And it's much smaller than sort of Play Expo. But you can it's much easier to meet people. There's obviously they've always had like a Minecraft tournament. There's quite a lot of younger people, and it's sort of had like a. This year they didn't have any arcade machines. The year before they did, but they have loads of like little consoles, and it would start over the first I think it was first round of the classic retro gaming championships run by Play Expo. But I went down there, walked around the back, let me in, had a few beers, and just good catching up with the guys, and then entered the random like staff competition, and I won that. they picked like random games. Oh, it was so funny. somehow I won the competition. I'd been there like half an hour and just like, oh, you joined the competition? Yeah, go for it. So it was really good. This year I'm not going. So yeah, it's a bit too early in the year. Normally in January I normally pay for all the hotels. For like the whole year events, but this year I'm a bit lower on money obviously with Christmas, and yeah, and that's about it really. That was just Margate. Really good event. Next was Video Games Carnival. This was in Aldershot. If you've ever been to like a gaming event, Play Expo, there's always these big giant Game Boys, kind of like an Alex the Kid sort of like blocks you move around. You can make Alex the Kid. So yeah. That was run by Matt Brown, and normally every year or every like 3 or 4 months he hosts it in Aldershot, and I normally drive that Aldershot, normally do Exeter Yeovil again, and then go to Kart Club in Aldershot. But that's just closed down. So I normally stay at the Travel Lodge. It's really cheap. and it's just normally just a random gaming night to have a few beers, and quite a lot of people from the community actually go. There's some guys from the Play Expo. There was people from forums. A couple of guys from Retro Gamer. So it's just a little small event, maybe of 50 people, and that's always good. Yeah, too many beers. But I'm not sure if that's on this year either. So that might be another one. I don't think I'll be going to another one of them, because I think his sister used to run the pub, but now she doesn't run it anymore. So I think they're trying to find a different venue. So I normally go to Aldershot every 6 months or so, but I haven't been since last February. The next sort of like big sort of weekend was the bank holiday Easter weekend. Man, that's when my car boots start. The Easter Sunday, when my workplace closes, and there's probably 3 or 4 extra car boots only on that day in my area. So there's a proper car boot road trip. And last year I did pretty well actually. I picked up some good stuff. It was quite funny. I think some of my mates came with me, or was that was a couple of weeks before? Some of my mates came with me, and they only literally they only literally see my photos on Facebook, or they just watch my videos, so they don't understand. You run around and walk around for like hours and hours and hours. Get rid of all your beastness because you're walking around the car boots. They think you just turn up and people just give games to you. But yeah, it was quite fun. I didn't get anything for the first 2 hours. They're like walking around thinking, this is absolutely shit. Look at all the obese people, just like, a car comes in, they're in the back, and they literally just destroying the lizards. It was so funny. And then that's when I picked up a bloody Nintendo game, SNES game, a Link to the Past, or The Adventure of Link for the Nintendo, and then they're like, what the hell? I'm like, mate, it was just over there. And they thought, oh. And then they sort of like, instead of after 2 hours like just taking the piss, they sort of want to actually go around and buy some stuff. So it made good Kieran. He bought a couple of vinyls, probably the shittest vinyls, but he's a big vinyl collector. I'm like, mate, vinyls, there'd be loads of vinyls. And he's there joining all the bold old guy, looking for the vinyls. So there was that. Yeah, Easter Sunday is always, that's basically what I'm going to be saving up for Easter Sunday car boot. And that's basically the car boot season start where I am. Sometimes when I go up to Margate or Aldershot, I go to the local car boots, but obviously I'm not going that this year, so I normally stop at Yeovil on the way back, and there's one in Aldershot, underground car boot. I think it is. Yeah, Aldershot's there. No, yeah, there's a multi-storey car park with a car boot, which was just round the corner from where I stay at the Travel Lodge, and then when I go to Farnborough, that's the underground car park. And then I just go home to Yeovil. So on the Sundays, normally just like another little trip. The sort of next event was DevCon in May. DevCon was basically a sci-fi comic convention. It's just it's in Plymouth, the local city. And basically last year, I had so much stuff. I've probably told you this before. I had so much stuff. I went A to Z in it. I was like, great. I could be a proper, Play Expo like trader. And I thought, oh. And I looked at it, it looked quite expensive. I thought, I only want to pay like 30, 40 quid for a table just for like 1 or 2 days, one day. And my mate said, there's a sci-fi convention. So I phoned him up and said, how much is the table? And they told me it was £25. And I thought, yeah, I could do that. And then just sell all my games. And I made shitloads of money. Hardly sold anything, but I made shitloads of money. So, great, that's brilliant. But also I was able to get into the event, walk around, enjoy the event, walk around and just buy even like Final Fantasy figures, just buy Final Fantasy figures with people were selling them. So yeah, so I did that in May. That was the beginning of May. I think that was about 2nd or 3rd, or it was May bank holiday anyway. May Day bank holiday. The same time as Play Expo Blackpool. So I was a bit low on money. I thought, I need to recoup some money, and also pay for any events because it's my first sort of summer in the flat. I didn't know how much I'd be spending on car boots, bills and everything, so I thought, I best take it precaution-wise, just to not go to Play Expo Blackpool. But I think I'm going to go this year. I booked the time off work. I just trying to sort out a hotel. The Travel Lodge is really cheap at the moment, but it's at the other end. At the moment, I think it's like £25, £30 a night. And Play Expo Blackpool's on, I think it's on Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So I have got the weekend off. I want to go. 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 I want but you never know money-wise. So I work at a supermarket and they go through structural changes. So at the moment my job is at risk of redundancy, and I'll know by the end of February whether I'm still in employment, or I'll be on less hours, reemployed on less hours, sort of less responsibility, or be made redundant. So that's so I'm sort of going to wait till the end of February to 100% decide whether I'm going to go play Expo Blackpool. But at the moment, I can definitely go. But if I lose my job, I can't go. So that's why I've sort of just left it a little bit later than normal to book. I completely forgot about the redundancies. Up north, they've been making everyone redundant. But like down south, I completely forgot about it. So I said I was going, and I was thinking, oh shit, the letter came through the post thinking, oh bollocks, I forgot about this. Happy New Year, Happy Christmas. You may be made redundant. Just a sign of the times. Yeah, so that was DevCon. Good sci-fi comic convention. At the end of May, there was sort of two little events. One was Retro Games Mania. This was in London. It's sort of hosted by the Retro Asylum guys. It was at Play Nation, or no, Play Nation hosted it. It's sort of like run by some of the guys at Retro Asylum, and yeah, a couple of the podcasters was there. Brilliant event. I was a bit low on money, like I said in the past, so I took the mega bus up there. Fucking hell, it was like 6.5, 7 hours on a bloody bus. Oh, just did my head in. We arrived 1 hour early. We were like, obviously, you get on at Plymouth and then you go to Exeter, Bristol, and then it's London. But we got to Exeter, it's like, we've arrived an hour and 10 minutes early at Exeter. Feel free to get out the bus. And I hate, honestly, I'm so impatient. I'm just like, pacing up and down, thinking, oh, it's like, the shops don't even open. They're not even open because it's so bloody early in the morning. Thinking, oh, I knew I should have just bloody drove to Exeter and caught the bus at Exeter. Probably would have been easier. But anyway, I finally got to London. Yeah, I got to the hotel. This was like Croydon. I love the underground. Yeah, went to the event. It was really good catching up with the Retro Asylum guys. I've seen about a few events now, and also you sort of hear them every podcast every week. And yeah, Matt Brown was there. Couple of guys always enter the video games tournament. Yeah, so it's really good to meet up with those guys again. And on Sunday, where did I go? I'm trying to think, did I do anything on Sunday? I think I just went shopping around London. I didn't do anything amazing. Oh no, I went to Play Nation again, and then I went to bloody Retro Base, and I'm like, fucking hell, Retro Base, worst retro game shop ever. They were so bloody expensive. Every console they had seemed to be twice as much, or they were like 4 times as much modded. So I'm like, great, it was honestly the worst game shop ever, and this guy's walking around with goddamn, must have been eBay listings. I'm like, mate, I've got some games to trade in, I'll be with you in 40 minutes. And I'm like, whoa, okay, well, aren't you going to serve people in your shop rather than online? And I was like kicking off with this random guy. Then we think I sort of picked up, how much is this? Not for sale. How much is this? Just for display. And I'm like, oh, for Christ's sake, this is the worst game shop. Before that, there's like 3 or 4 people behind me, like bags of stuff. And he's like, oh, you have to come back in 45 minutes, guys. I'm just doing this. And I'm just like, oh, worst retro game shop ever. Yeah, so we'll be going there again. Some people like it. I even said, oh mate, this is a £100 game, you know, would you take 95 quid for it? No mate, goes for 100 quid on eBay. I'm like, you're going to say PayPal and postage fees? But no, they wouldn't do that, would they? No, it's a retro game base. Boo! Okay, at the end of, that was sort of the Whitsun Bank Holiday, and that was I think it was the Bank Holiday Monday. At the end of that week, about, I think it must have been like 30th, 31st, I went to UK Games Expo. It's not a video games expo, but it's actually a board game expo. This is in the Midlands. It's at the Birmingham Hilton Hotel, and yeah, I love board games. As you can see behind me, it's a brilliant event. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 or 4 of my mates came up as well, so they share the petrol and stuff and share the hotel. We got like a family room, but there's only 3 of us. But we got like the 2 adults and 2 kids like breakfast. But there's like, yeah, there was just 3 of us, so we just pretended that one of us was a kid. We had breakfast, but no one cared. Yeah, I love my board games. I've probably spent about 100 quid on board games there. and I think I sold about £100 worth of board games, and then used that money to buy more board games. But it's just a good social event. Once again, just like a retro game event. You see people every year. Just a way you can just see someone playing a board game thinking, oh, that's like a 6-player, but there's only 3 of them there. You can like, mate, can I join in? Yeah, come join in. And just a sociable game for 2 hours. And even when sort of like the main show finishes about 7, there's just so many tables around in the hotel. There's still people playing games that normally take 3 or 4 hours, and like, you know, they start at 1 o'clock in the morning because they played so many games through the day. So yeah, it's really good. So if you're into your board games, that's definitely one to look out for. UK Games Expo. I think it's the 30th or 31st of May this year. But yeah, definitely worth going as well. And I normally, I think I went to Entertainment World as well, because that's that's just down the road. Just follow the road in, just turn right at these random traffic lights. And maybe not random, because they're supposed to be that. But yeah, Entertainment World, brilliant guys in there. I'm always talking to them on Twitter and stuff. I took some games in, got some good trade in. I would say they're just below eBay prices, but at least you can barter and get some money off. And they always look after me, you know, because I always talk to them on Twitter and stuff. I guess you interact with them more. Okay. Next release is the car boot summer. This year I didn't go to many car boots as I wanted to. Basically just because of money. I've got more bills to pay. I don't live at home paying like hardly any rent. But most of the time half the time it was actually raining, so all my local ones were just all off because most of them on like cricket pitches. If it rains, God, they don't like a car. If it rains for 2 days before the car boot, they don't even let cars in 2 days after when it's rained because it might turf up the goddamn cricket pitch and the what's the square thing called? I don't know. Whatever the square thing's called. Rectangular thing called. They bowl on. The pitch, I guess that's the pitch, the cricket pitch. So that's clearly wrong. Worst countryside person ever. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I normally go to a bit further afield to like Exeter or every other week or Newton Abbot, but I just went to the local ones. And there's one really good one now, which is at Plymouth Argyle. Before it used to start at 6 in the morning, the same time as another car boot is 6. But the 2 guys that run it, I don't know what happened to them. Basically, everyone complained saying they're right dickheads, and they basically got rid of them. Then they got new people in charge, and they moved it to mid-morning, you know, 10 o'clock. Well, it says 11:30, but we just get there at 10. So the 6 o'clock one, yeah. So there used to be 2 at 6, and then there was one at 8:30, and then there's one at like 10:30. But now there's one at 6, one at like 10, 8:30, one at 10, and then one at sort of like 10:30. But the one early in the morning, before, they used to have basically no rules. This guy used to let everybody in, everyone just set their car up in this cage. If it got too busy, you'd be out the cage and basically fill up like another car park. But now they won't let any more cars out the cage, so there's not many sort of like buyers. No, there's not many sellers. And also you have to pay for parking. Before you never used to pay for parking, was there? And now they've got proper like parking machine and proper bays where the actual cars go. And yeah, it's a 24-hour car park. You like, cheers. Normally car parks, you know, from I don't know 9 to 5 or something, or 10 to 6. But this is a 24-hour car park, and a few people have been done like early in the morning. Go to the car boot because they haven't paid and displayed because there's some dickhead who just obviously comes around, traffic warning guy, and you're like, what? This is ridiculous. So that one has completely just died, and everyone just goes to. There's one at 8:30 which is outside of Plymouth, so you can drive to that one, and then you can just come back to Plymouth Argyle for about 10, and you can run round, and that's sort of hit and miss. I've got some really good bargains last year, and everyone seems to go through a sort of like fads, you know. Everyone's just going to that one, and Stonehouse, which is the one at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just completely died a death, and not even the local lizards. Even though I'm locally half a lizard, none of us just go there anymore. It's not worth it. Not worth getting up early. You just save your energy, save the petrol, sort of going there, and just go to the one just outside of town first, outside of Plymouth, and then come in, do Plymouth Argyle, and after that you can either after that I normally either go to there's normally a junction. Do I go right to Exeter, or do I go left to Cornwall? And I normally go left to Cornwall, because if I go to Exeter, I'm normally knackered, and it's like an hour and a half drive back, while the one in Cornwall, it's like 20 minutes. And you think, oh, sod this. Because you just have to get up, you're like, oh, too many beers from the night before. So I picked up a few little bargains, so check out my videos and that over the summer. I also did quite a lot of out about charity shops. Last winter, no, I guess last autumn, winter and autumn, I thought, how am I going to keep my channel alive? It's only really Gumtree and eBay finds, but I thought I'd do out about charity shops. I found a couple good items. Just obviously, if I'm just going shopping, I thought, oh, yeah, I may as well stop at the charity shops. And I did out and about at car boots as well. So before I used to have like these Sonicam cams, eyeglasses, which weren't the best quality, and then had GoPro ones, so it's sort of weird. You have to like put them on there, but you always forget that you have to like. So I end up walking around like this, trying to look at everything with like a bad neck. And I've got GoPro on my chest, but now I have to like walk around like that. It's fucking funny. It's fucking funny. And some of my sort of like GoPro videos, sometimes my like bloody my zip go hits the case, but now I've got, instead of like a whole seal case, I've got one that just goes round, so it shouldn't be making the tick 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 song. Yeah, so that was basically the car boot summer. Yeah, I picked up some good bargains. Mainly stuff to trade in, you know. Obviously I picked up a few PS2s and then just trade into local retro game shop that I know I'll be able to get my money back and take their good stock. Because I know there's one retro game shop in Yeovil. No, not in Yeovil. In Weston-super-Mare. Is it Weston-super-Mare? Or Bridgewater? Bridgewater. Yeah, there's a game shop in Weston-super-Mare. They're okay for trade-ins. But in Bridgewater, they just take them in. Any football game is like 20p. 20p trade-in. And obviously, if you picked up loads of games over the summer before, you know, you got football games, bloody Mary Kay and Ashley, sports games, goddamn Tomorrow Never Dies, just stuff like that coming out of your ears. And then one big event over the summer, which was sort of like a dream of mine as a kid, but I didn't realise it until it happened, was my mate got tickets for M&M at Wembley Stadium. So it was another trip to London. Caught the train up this time. But so much better catching the train. So much better. We stayed well too far away from from Wembley Stadium. I think we're at the London City Airport in the middle of nowhere. But my friends who I'm with, one of them's been to London. He goes quite a lot. While the other like 2 or 3 people have like never been to London. It was a completely different world. Completely different. They're sort of like even scared to talk on the underground. And me and my mate just had a right good conversation about the whole underground. It was just like, look at the mobiles, reading the book. I'm like, mate, all aboard the unsociable train. It was just so funny. It was so, they've never seen anything like it. Like, I'm like, we saw more beautiful women at the train station than we had in Cornwall all year, and they're like, their eyes are popping out their head, like, couldn't believe it. And then they had to pay to go to the loo as well. They're like, why are we going past this barrier? I'm like, mate, you have to pay. We have to pay. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh. Yeah, they've never been out. They've never been in London before. It was yeah, pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, so we went to yeah, we got on the train to London City Airport, went to Wembley Stadium. Obviously, there was loads of M&M fans, but still, everyone was unsociable. And then these guys got on from the Midlands, they had a Midlands accent, and they were like really loud, and we were really loud, like, hey! I'm like, some sociable people. They're like, all right, mate. We had a right good chat. We were really loud, and half the train started like moving away because we were just like too loud. Yeah, so it was the first time I've been to Wembley Stadium as well. So we go off the train station, and there's a look at like, fuck me, that looked really, really lovely stadium. Really lovely stadium. There's loads of like random unofficial guys trying to sell stuff on the floor with their caps and things. I'm thinking, you don't look like an official vendor. So I brought this cap for an official vendor. Yeah, walking up like, I guess it's Wembley way. So that was pretty good. Went in the stadium. We were quite high up. I'm like, oh my god, look how high we are. But you know, I like being down, sort of like sitting down as close as possible. I don't like being in the mosh pit because I like to whoa, dance and have a few beers. And then M&M came on, or the bloody opening act came on. I still couldn't tell you who they are. They were rubbish. They're all rah 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 rah. About 10 of them going rah 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 rah. I'm like, what? Can you? I'm like, can you understand them, mate? He's like, nah, I can't understand it for shit. Can't understand them for shit. I mean, we'll be better to put an MTV bass on it, mate. Go, yeah, definitely. We could have danced. Yeah, and Eminem came on. I'm just like, loving it, mate, loving it. There's loads of, but the kids we were with, or the guys we were with, they're like 17 and 18, so they didn't know anything from like Marshall Mathers LP or Slim Shady LP or even Encore. They didn't know anything. They only know the songs he's done with Rihanna, really. So we're like, I'm the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. Please stand up. They're like, what's this song? It's just really funny. And then Dr. Dre came out, and I'm just like, they're like, who's Dr. Dre? And I'm like, oh my god, it was like a dream. I was like, Dr. Dre, la 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 la, it's a motherfucking D.R.E. Scoop Dog, motherfucker. I was laughing like I am now. It was so good. It was so good. When I was like 15, 16, I used to love just gangster rap, and like must have had all Tupac's album, Notorious B.I.G.'s album, bloody Corrupt, Nate Dogg, Death Row Records. I had like so many multiple copies, and the Chronic 2001, which came out in '99, which was 15 years ago. Oh my god, 15 years ago, and I just had that on bloody replay non-stop. I just loved it. And obviously it was Eminem came out. That's when I first got Sky as well. It said like MTV based and sort of dance and rhythm or something it was called. So half of it was like dance, and half of it was just like, yeah, and half of it was hip hop. So I remember we used to just wait for hours just for Forget About Dre to come on. I'm like, Forget About Dre instead of bloody Tucker's Miracle. I don't care about Tucker's Miracle. When Trevor Nelson used to do the lick, I used to love that. Oh mate. And Krang was next to it as well, and you used to just go up one channel and just like listen to like Nirvana, because he used to have Viewers Choice, which was an hour with no adverts, where people just choose all their songs. It was always like Nirvana, 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 Papa Roach. I'm like, Papa Roach. It was well funny. So it was, well, yeah, that's probably when I was 15, 16. But oh yeah, just even selling some CDs at the car booth. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's X to the Z Exhibits album. Why am I selling that? Back in the car. So many, about 20 bloody CDs going back in the car. X to the Z. X. I just used to love. It's that time for like hip hop music was just so good. It was funny and good. But yeah, Dr. Dre was like, yeah. What can I say? It was a dream come true. Then Forgot About Dre. Motherfuckers, I forgot about Dre. I'm like, whoa. And it's all the little kids who are probably just knowing the Rihanna song, and that's about it. And they're like, who's this guy? I'm just like, it was hip hop history. Hip hop history. Okay. That's basically the summer done with the car boots and Dr. Dre. So the next big event was, I guess it was Play Expo, Manchester. Yeah, I booked a hotel, I think it was probably end of May. Yeah, booked a hotel at the end of May. I normally book it in February, but this was sort of like out of town somewhere. When you look at the bloody Google Maps, you think, that's quite close, and realise you're in the middle of nowhere. And poor Bradley was like, mate, you're well far away. So when I drove up there, I think I finished work. Did I have a week off? I can't remember. I think I had a week off. Oh, that's when actually, yeah, I had a week off, so I did actually stop at Critical Mass again. I think went there, did a second video, and that's when I traded in some box PlayStations. And yeah, and then I was supposed to be up there for about, I think it was about 7 o'clock, me and Paul Bradley, and I'm a Gamer Geek, and the guys came out and see me. But the fucking traffic, oh, this was on Friday, it was like a nightmare. This average speed checks was just like, I think I saw about 8 or 9 different like average speed check sections. There'd be like an average speed check for 5 miles. And you think, yeah, get in. Boom, giving it beans, and it'd be like, slow down about 2 miles later, another average speed check. And I'm like, hashtag car park. And I'm like, how come I'm doing like 50 miles an hour? It says average speed check 50 miles an hour. And this car's going zoom, 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 zoom past. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So when you go like full speed, it says, you know, suddenly you look at the little like, you know, the sat nav, you'll get there in 1 hour, but then suddenly you're doing what, half of that? It's like bloody 2 hours. You're like, oh my god. But yeah, but Paul Bradley and I'm a Gamer Geek, Dave, they were very patient. I met them at the hotel. It was a random hotel, which was absolutely pretty shit. But yeah, I'm like, hey, when I saw them. And yeah, we went to this, went to some, I guess it was like a Weatherspoons. Some popped out food anyway. And we met up with some other guys from the YouTube. I saw a couple of them. But yeah, so I was good meeting you guys for first time. Obviously, Dave and that always liking your videos or commenting videos, and you the same. Probably maybe watching mine and then sort of watched some of yours. But yeah, it was good. It was good meeting up with those guys. And then Play Expo the next day. So I decided whether did I have a few videos? Yeah, it was really good show. Play Expo. They always pull out all the stops. I got there quite early. Got out of the car and literally just saw the Retro Asylum guys. We had a good chat. And then I queued up because they got in early, so I queued up. And then Katsu, who's from Retro Collect. I had loads of bags. I had loads of, but like I said, over the summer I picked up so much games and stuff. Game Boy cases, this case, Play N64 cases and stuff. And yeah, I had some bags for the table because we all got a table just to give, so just a free table for people to collect. But there was no T-shirts. I expected a T-shirt. Where was the 2014 T-shirt? Retro Collect T-shirt. I got all the others. But anyway, yeah. So they said, "Oh, you want to come in early?" So I was able to get in about 40 minutes, half an hour early, and it was just mainly all the show people. So I was able to quickly do a video, just walk around, and yeah, and then met up with the YouTubers later on. Stu, it's always good to meet up with you, mate. You fucking legend. It's all about the beers. And the rest of the YouTube gang, and then just met the guys from Funstock I've been talking to on Twitter. Games you love. Loads of people on the forums. So yeah, it's a good social event. On the Sunday, I don't think on Saturday I actually played a single console. But on the Sunday I did. So yeah. So many people come from abroad and everything. It's only seen once a year, so that was brilliant. So if you're new to the retro community, definitely go to Play Expo Manchester, and if you can get to Blackpool, go there as well. Next was sort of like another DevCon event. I was sort of selling. It's always good. Like they got a show every basically 4 months or so. I think I did 3 last year. Yeah, I did 3 last year. So every 4 months or so. It was a good event, and it just tops me up with the bills and that, and just pays for my my events and stuff. So I made 700 quid. They thought, oh, brilliant! Which paid me off my debts, my car tax. Basically, got most of my debts up to date. So that was brilliant. And I know the first DevCon, I was meant to say, I met the voice John St. John of Duke Nukem. I watched my video. I went to my collection, got every single Duke Nukem game. I was like, oh, I've got to get him to sign this. And it was hilarious. So check out my video where it says I made John St. John. Because I remember buying loads of bloody Duke Nukem games for like CEX or whatever, or game for like 3 or 4 quid, and then putting on my table for like £7. I was right lizard that day, and then people were buying them and getting them signed from John St. John. So that was well funny. It was funny. Yeah, I had a good chat in the evening with him actually as well, or at the end of the show. You done well, man? Come get some. I was telling him to do all the bucket. I should have recorded actually, but we got him to say all the words. It was just that's better. It was so good. Obviously he was so good because he was a person who bloody did it. But yeah, he was a really sound guy. But anyway, yeah, DevCon in October. There's some random Doctor Who there, a couple of Star Wars people. But yeah, I made 700 quid. I was able to pay off some debts, sort of like car tax, or get my car fixed. Tyres for the winter. So that was so that was that done. And then the next sort of like dream of the year, which was retro musical weekend in London, was going to Distant World and Video Games Live. Basically, I've been wanting to go to Distant Worlds for about 5 or 6 years, but I can never get it off work. And also Video Games Live. They haven't been here. I think the last time they came was like 2008, probably less than that. And I've always wanted to go to both. And I remember it must have been about February, my mate just lit me saying, Distant Worlds are coming back, quickly go on the website. So I quickly went on there and I was able to book just one ticket. Every time I must have clicked the wrong one because I'd clicked the one where it's like £200 or £300 to actually meet the guy. So I clicked the wrong link. So I had to come back out, go back in, and I was like, oh, I tried to get 2 tickets, kept saying sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. I'm like, I'll just do 1 ticket. I'm like, I was able to get 1 ticket. So I thought, oh, brilliant. Able to get 1 ticket. That's awesome. And then within a couple of weeks, I got, because I signed up to the newsletter for Video Games Live, just got an email saying they'll be coming to London. Here's the link. Here's the link to buy tickets. And I went on the link. I was like, oh my god, that's the next day. Just after bloody Distant Worlds. I'm like, oh, get in. Obviously, it costs so much to catch a train up there. I didn't want to be annoying to catch it twice in sort of like a month or in a few weeks apart. So I was able to get those days so I can actually go to the event. And yeah, I booked the tickets. I booked 2 tickets because my friend was going to actually come with me at this time, called Ewan, but about 4 weeks before he actually moved up to London, so he was already up there. And because he started his new job, he could only really have either Saturday night off or Sunday. But he's a big Distant World fan. I think he's been 2 or 3 times actually. I think he's been to all of them. And yeah, he only went Saturday, so I had like a spare ticket for Sunday. Yeah, so I went up there, speaking to people on Twitter. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. Thinking, do I go to my hotel first? Do I go after the show? And the train was like, sort of when I'm halfway through like the train journey, we were like running like 45 minutes behind. I'm like, 45 minutes behind. I'm gonna miss the show. I'm gonna miss the show. I'm gonna miss the show. But somehow they called it up, so we're only 5 minutes behind. So get off the train, quickly get McDonald's to the underground. I thought I'm never gonna make it to the hotel. Once again, when you look on the bloody Google Maps, you think, oh, that's not far from the train station, but really it's like a bloody mile walk and stuff. And you're like, oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, so I went to the Royal Albert Hall straight away, and it was just amazing, just amazing. Distant Worlds was so good, so good. They played quite a lot of new music from the newer Final Fantasies, which I haven't really got into, but all the old stuff. They did quite a lot of Final Fantasy 6 and that. Met some guys from the Retro community as well. Met my mate who was there with his girlfriend. She's evil. He's a completely different guy. She's evil. Yeah, but then we went for beers or McDonald's, and yeah, just another crazy night. And this was about 1 o'clock. I'm thinking, fucking hell, I need to get back to the hotel. And I couldn't believe how much stuff is still open on a Saturday night in London. It's just a completely different world to Cornwall. And yeah, I got off the tube station, and then I'm like, oh, did the little type in the postcode, and it's like 48-minute walk to the hotel. I'm like, oh, great. So I'm walking, and there's probably another like 30 people walking the same way, and then there's like one person goes that way, one person goes that way. Before you know it, it's down to like 4 of us. I'm like, I'm gonna get raped and murdered in London. Hey! And then so people, I'm like, it's just me walking. I am definitely gonna get raped and murdered in London. I've had too many beers. And finally made it to the Travel Lodge. At last, I'm like, oh, thank fuck for that. I made it. 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I always think I'm going to get there and like, you booked the wrong weekend or the hotel's full. But luckily it wasn't. I had a great sleep. Didn't get up too early. I think I got up about 11. And I originally booked Saturday night and Sunday night, but I had work commitments. I had to be back basically working at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I had to book a train on Sunday night. And I was a bit worried about, Video Games Live, what time they finished. So I caught like the Riviera bloody sleeper train, which takes like 7 or 8 hours, just about as quick as the bloody bus. But at least it's on a train. And you get like a little random like sleeping kind of like chair thing. So anyway, yeah, on the Sunday, I'm trying to think, what did I do on Sunday? Did I ever go to any game shop? No, I just went over to Heart of Gaming. That was a bit out of town. Yeah, I think it was a bit out of town. Yeah, it was a bit. I guess yeah. I had to. It's one side of bloody London to the other. That's what I had to do. One side of London to the other, and Ealing, is it, or North Ealing or something? I don't know. Or Acton, North Acton, East Acton. And get off there, and it's just some industrial estate. I was walking around this industrial estate thinking, where the fuck is it? And realised it's actually some steps. But yeah, I went in there. Paid like £6 to get in. They've got loads of arcade machines in there. There's some random like party going on, so there's loads of people like playing sort of the video games out back as well, doing little random competitions. So yeah, it was really good. I think I did a video. I can't remember, or did I not? Can't remember. I thought I did, but I might not have uploaded it because I didn't think it was a good filming. Yeah, and while I was just there, I'm just like, oh, I got a spare ticket, and Retro Chef, yeah, he was going to come with me, and then I sort of messaged him. He sort of messaged me back, or I don't know, he must have been busy. I was thinking, oh, it probably looks like it. He's not going to be able to come, and then sort of like Gashead, I started talking to Gashead, and then Gashead came. I think I sent him a link to Video Games Live, and he was like, oh, this is awesome. So I met him at the Hammersmith Apollo. I think it was Hammersmith Apollo. Yeah. So I met him there. And we just went in, had a few beers, good catch up over the year, talk about YouTube and everything. And yeah, YouTube community. Had a couple of beers and just enjoyed the show. Good moshing. It was more moshing. It was good to sort of like the Distant Worlds was a bit more posher. You know, you couldn't just like shout. But Video Games Live you could. But there was some idiot going behind going, woo, woo. I'm like, bloody, it's Ric Flair behind us. He did that for the whole show. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, whoa, calm down, mate. Calm down, Ric Flair. But yeah, they played so much. Yeah, watch my video. So many good musical themes. Some I wasn't really bothered about. Mainly the PC games, because I'm not a PC gamer, so I didn't know EOV or something called online, whatever it was called. I mean Warcraft. But the rest of it, all the older stuff, was pretty good. And that was really it. I was like, quickly, bloody, the show was over. I'm like, oh, see you long, gas. I had only catch the train. I got half an hour to get to Paddington. And yeah, I made it. I'm like, oh, thank fuck for that. And then, I thought I might have lost my ticket. They're like, tickets. So they only had tickets from like where I live to like London. I'm like, why is this one not stamped? And they obviously stamped the one where it says from London to where I live. And I'm like, oh my god, I think I just chucked that away when I just got out the bloody, when I just put it through the machine. And I was wondering why didn't the machine swallow, at the time thinking, the machine normally swallows a ticket, but for some reason this one, like the barrel opened, but I didn't swallow the ticket. They're quickly looking at my old jeans that were in my bag, I'm like, oh, thank god. So I had the ticket that they punched, I'm like, oh, sorry mate, but the reserve seats are here. And then yeah, just go on the train, 7 hours all the way home, I'm like, whoa. Sleeping, and then we get to Plymouth. It's only like sort of the next town along as Liskeard. We get to Plymouth about 5 o'clock, and then just like the bus, they're like you get to the train stations at basically the same time, but then you wait at the train station. So I'm waiting at Plymouth for like an hour before going on to the next train station. And I'm thinking, oh, I live literally 30 minutes drive away, and I'm gonna have to wait here an hour, and it takes 30 minutes. So for basically an hour and a half. To go 20 miles, I'm like, why didn't I drive here first? When there's like a bridge, it's called the Salt Ash Bridge. I think IAK or KIE or somebody Brunel made it. It says on the thing, Brunel. Ichabod, I don't know, Ichabod, I don't know what it's called. Somebody here, Brunel, he's built loads of bridges everywhere. The Clifton Bridge, I think he did, at Bristol. Yeah, it's just one track across the train. No, across the bridge, and well, I was actually facing the way I'm going, so I had like a sleep, and then I woke up and thinking, the train was sort of going backwards. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Quickly running out of the carriage, mate, we're going the wrong way. I need to get home. I realised the train actually turned around because one of the engines went off somewhere. So with the train engine or whatever, and then I had to go in the weed, so you had to go. Woo. So I was like facing this way. But then it went, ooh, like that, and then going that way. I'm like, oh my god, my heart was racing, thinking, I've got to work at 7:30. I just waited here an hour. It took an hour and a half, bloody, just to get 20 bloody miles. So yeah, got on the station about 7 o'clock. Quickly drove home, had a shower, and back to work for 7:30. I'm like, thank god for that. But yeah, brilliant weekend it was, fantastic. Don't think I have another weekend like I did that musical weekend. Going to Distant Worlds, bloody not UK Games Expo, bloody UK Video Games Live. Brilliant, it was brilliant. And that was basically the year. And yeah, that was basically the year. Bloody busy. 3 or 4 events, driving, catching the train more, doing out about videos, chowder shops, bloody car boots. Just did so much, board gaming events. Well, I was going to go. I don't think I'll be able to beat last year. This year wise, I've booked a few events that I've actually booked and actually paid for the hotels, which I'm 100% going. And it's definitely UK Games Expo, the board game event. Play Expo in Manchester, I'll be definitely going to book that off. Like I mentioned before, I'm not 100% sure about Blackpool. Booked it off, but let's see if I'm made redundant. If I'm not made redundant, then I'm okay. So I'm sure I missed one. Sure I missed a London trip. Oh, when I went to see Eminem, that coincides with London and TV Film Comic Con. And some of the replay guys are there as well. Yeah, so London TV Film Comic Con, which I'll be going this year as well. But that off, so I'm going to London TV Comic Con. It'll be retro games, like bloody sci-fi people, comics, everything. Bloody Marvel, loving it. And then Stan Lee walked past me. Bloody, I'm doing the filming, put the camera down, and then 30 seconds later, bloody Stan Lee walks past me. So that, London and Film TV Comic Con. That was actually on the Sunday, just after Eminem. So that was, because Eminem was on the Friday, so the Saturday and Sunday. That's when I went to Film and TV Comic Con twice. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I can never remember. Done so much, like I said, I've done so much. So 100% got UK Games Expo off at the end of May. Board gaming event. A few of my friends are coming with me. London TV Film Comic Con. I booked a hotel. I got it really cheap. So normally London hotels it's 100 quid a night, but I got it for, I think it was £65 a night. So it was a bit cheaper than normal, but you just pay in advance, and it's just around the corner from the event as well. So not much travelling. So this year I decided to book my hotels early. Book them early because last year I left them quite late. They were really expensive and that, and even like train tickets were like quite expensive. So I'm just going to try and book as early as possible. That's why I needed the money from selling from DevCon before Christmas, the 700 quid. To pay off my debts then and sort of just pay for the events future. Definitely be going to Manchester, Play Expo, booked it off, I'll be 100% going that. Blackpool, like I've said, might be made redundant, but I might just book it to see what happens. It's quite far though, it's bloody, if a couple of friends come with me, I'm trying to convince them to come, but obviously some of them are bloody maybe might have risk of being redundant as well. Or a couple of them are sort of like away in London actually, working. So I'm looking forward to this year. I don't think I can top last year, but definitely I'll be doing just going to more events and meeting more YouTubers. Really, YouTubers, people on Twitter. I'm just loving Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. It takes probably about a year to sort of follow the people you like and interact with everybody. So yeah, it's taken me like a couple of years. I've just talked to so many people to get enough then you get the followers and it's good interaction, asking them for advice. Just sharing each other's collection videos. That's what I've been mainly doing. Really, I haven't been much uploading on YouTube. I've been mainly doing the pictures. Yeah, the pictures on like on Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, so thanks for liking and sharing my videos in 2014. Hopefully I got enough content over the last year. I remember taking 2 or 3 months out because my PC blew up and I got a laptop in the end. So I did take a little bit of time out. Last year I sort of deliberately decided not to watch as many people's videos because it was, like I think I remember saying in the summer, it was 2 or 3 hours a week. Just non-stop watching people's videos. I'm just like, I want to do some gaming. Oh, we've been doing board gaming, I want to do some gaming. So it's probably going to be the same this year. I just want to do more retro gaming it, more next-gen gaming it. Board games, yeah, they're taking up, I would say, half the time. I'm playing just as many board games as I am video games. But just much more sociable, you know? You can only really get 3 or 4 people like around like a TV playing the old retro games. But a board game, there could be 6, 7, sometimes there's 6, 7 of us, or even 8 of us just playing board games for like 4 or 5 hours. Just enjoying it. So I do have some like game capturing technology. So I'll be capturing some old stuff. Also try and do some new stuff. And I might try and even do like a live kind of like stream of our board games. So I might just put a camera up there and just see how it goes. Just see how it goes. Yeah, so thanks for watching, liking for last year, guys. Yeah, this year, hopefully, it's going to be really good this year. But I don't think I'm going to top off last year. Less events. Yeah, there isn't like Video Games Live, Distant Worlds, and bloody Eminem. But yeah, but there will be lots of shows I'll be going to. So I guess mainly this year will be like saving up for next year. when they're all back, hopefully Distant Worlds is back in 4 years' time. Praying. So yeah, so cheers guys. Merry Christmas for about a couple of weeks ago and Happy New Year. Retro game goddess, I trust. She gave out last year really a lot, so I think she's gonna be pretty evil this year. I can sense it. Nah. If you believe in her, she will give. She will give. She will she will reward your dedication to retro gaming, the hunting, the finding, be a part of the community. She will. So keep retro gaming it, guys. Whoop whoop.